I will be continuing to use the example of Nestle KitKat to showcase the inventory side of it. Inventory simply tells us about the total amount of raw materials, finished goods, products, basically physical stock a company has, which it will buy, utilize it or sell. Let's try to see how we do it with the help of stock module in ERP Next for our company Nestle, which manages its product. Before going into that, we will first set up warehouse. What is warehouse? Warehouse is basically a place where a company stores its physical item or goods. So we can add uh, as per our requirement, respective warehouses. A warehouse can have a multiple divisions. So we can, suppose in this case, we will create a warehouse, which is raw ingredients, and group it. Just as I mentioned, can have subcategories. In our case, we are making KitKat bars. We can have subdivisions, a storage place for sugar and a different storage place for coconuts. So sugar, store, storage, and cocoa beans. Hence, we have done with warehouse. Now moving on to items. Item is basically the physical goods the company buys, raw materials, or the headcount bars the companies have. In case of Nestle, cocoa bean, sugar, even finished headcount bar are considered as items. We can set up our items, new items as per our requirements. Item code is a common UID or unique identifier. We set up it. Item groups. Item groups is basically what helps us categorizing raw, our products into different categories. In case of like taking the example of paper, cocoa beans and sugar. If I have to create different item for sugar, different item for cocoa beans, I will select raw materials as item. Now, uh, default unit of measure. The UOM is basically the most fundamental count or quantity of measure. Uh, for example, we are measuring cocoa beans in terms of kg or finished Kit Kat chocolate bars in boxes or pieces. We can also create, as per our requirement, a uh, unique, as per our requirement, a unique UOM. Suppose I need a carton, I will create a carton has a unique UOM, and I will add how much it will be converting. This conversion will be multiplying the number with the default view. Now let's see how we track our codes. This is basically in ERP Next done in form of serial number and batches. Batch numbers are used when the items or physical goods are similar in nature. Like in case of food and fruits, we generally use batch numbers. Serial number is used when we are tracking like expensive items or electronic goods which are very unique in nature, like individual phones and laptops. We can click on batch number. Automatically create batch number is the option which we will type the initial batch number and it will generate automatically as per our requirement. In serial batch number, we have the same instance. We type the UID as per our requirement and it will create it automatically. We also have the option of importing serial batch number or serial number or batch number for our items in ATMs. In a company, there is always momentum. So the goods are coming in, going out, or having some movement within the maintenance. With the help of stock entry in ERP Next, we log it instantly. Concerning our stock module or inventory module, there are three types of stock entry. First is material receipt. It is basically when the raw materials or we are adding items to the company. For example, we receive 5,500 kg of cocoa beans in our warehouse. Then there is material transfer. Material transfer is basically showing movement from one warehouse to other warehouse in our company. When we are taking the cocoa beans and moving into factory for producing chocolates. Then there is material issue. When the final product is removed from the factory or goes out of the factory. So if there is completion of discarded goods or if final product has been done, we move it out of the warehouse. Now for setting prices for our items, we do this with the help of price list and items and your opinions. We can show different prices for buying and selling in price list. Price list helps in scenarios for setting up different prices based on region or currency or customer types. To showcase that, first let's go to price list. Here on adding prices, we can set up shows the name of the item, and here we can add our country or currency as per our requirement. We can also set up for only buying scenarios or only selling scenarios or both. Item price is where we actually set the rate of the item. But here, let's go to item price. It directly feeds, it directly accesses the already existing item that we have created totally and the price we have created. As the price list was set for the dollars currency, it is shown in dollars. And here we set up our price. If our item price is created, now this completes our stock model.